Your two worlds will be crushed. Britannia first, then Earth.
Witness the end, you mortals. The final hour has come.
Hello. Hey. Hello, hello everybody, welcome. Happy Friday. In everybody, I mean hello mods. It's great to have all of my 3 mods here as usual. Hey, and Ray's here.
Hey, Ray's here!
Hello. Hello QP, hello VF, hello Partwise, and hello Board Game Heaven. It's great to see you all. Welcome in.
Together, I know
Ooh.
we shall rule this Middle Earth.
Did we see Saruman before? I think we have actually, right? I'm not sure. I cannot keep track anymore.
Frostmourne
Ooh.
hungers.
Look at those. We are except failed Chewbacca roll by QP. Everyone is rolling high. So far at least. So far. So today we are finishing Deathgate. More than likely it's going to be a short stream. I don't think there's much left. Obviously I don't know. The only thing I know is out of the 4 planes we have finished 3. We were... Hey, Baldur's Gate nerd. Another high roll. Another high roll. Let's see if the cat also rolls high. Okay. The cat didn't really roll that high, but that's okay. So yeah, the only thing I know is we are going to be starting... We were right at the brink of starting the final, the 4th plane, when we left off yesterday. And probably after the 4th plane there is not going to be much and the game will be over, and we shall be ready after today to start Diablo 2 next week. So just a small short reminder that when we start next week, Wednesday stream, the stream that we start Diablo is going to be the stream that we start Season 3 of Evilometer. So Evilometer originated during a Diablo 1 stream. I think it's only fair that the new season also starts with the first stream of Diablo 2.
Critical hits boost.
Hey,
AM
Com.
Comnos just boosted DSE. No wait.
Hello, Com. Welcome.
Mass
It's
Effect.
great to see you.
Smiley face.
I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
Hello.
So yeah, new season, new Evilometer season starting next Wednesday with new 104 characters from 4 new universes, and we are going to be see images of the roles that we also make. So that two will be the 2 big updates that is coming with the season 3. And Evilometer originated an Arcanum stream with Brilliant. No, I think you are misremembering QP. I am
New
pretty
critical
sure it
hits
started with
boost.
Diablo.
Board Game Heaven just boosted Dungeon Siege up.
Sure, up.
New critical hits boost. Vidiot Fringe just boosted The Witcher. New critical hits boost. Quiescent Pandemonium just boosted KOTOR2. New critical hits boost. Board Game Heaven just boosted Menzoberran Xanadu.
What?
New critical hits boost. Vidiot Fringe just boosted Mass Effect.
Another Mass Effects. Do we have more? Yes, we do.
New critical hits boost. Quiescent Pandemonium just boosted Temple.
To the
New critical hits
moon.
boost. Quiescent Pandemonium just boosted Kingdom. New
Other
critical hits
Kingdom.
boost. Vidiot Fringe just boosted Kingdom.
And
Come Deliverance to the
Revenants.
moon. New
Alright.
critical hits boost.
Alright, chill.
Board Game Heaven just
Calm down,
boosted
we have
Revenant.
calm down. Moon is too far away. Alright, thank you for the early boosts. I appreciate them. And another small reminder is the poll going on Discord, in Discord. So when we start Diablo, we might actually finish it the next day. So the poll is going to end when we finish Diablo 2. So next Thursday, or maybe next Friday, is going to be the last day of the current poll that is currently running on Discord for the Critical Hits game number 14 with Bloodlines winning. I apologize, VF. Disco needs 2 more votes to win from the situation right now. If Disco gets 2 more votes, it can win. If KOTOR gets 1 vote, it can win. But as of now, Bloodlines is winning, and I think there is pretty much no chance for Neverwinter Nights to win. It would need 4 votes. I don't think that's happening. So that's about it. I think it is time we jump into the game and finish the game. How is your Friday? Happy Friday. Have you eaten too much yesterday if you celebrated Thanksgiving? If you have eaten too much yesterday, I envy you.
Not long ago, the fight.
Do I know roughly how long is left of that gate? Yes, I only know it's roughly. So Chesteria, the plane that we are going to start today, is the 4th and the final plane. And we have been finishing planes in about, so far at least, in around 2 hours or so, 2.5. So there is probably going to be an end game too. So it is almost certain that we finish the game today, probably in less than 5 hours. I don't know. If I had to guess, I would guess 4 hours. I don't know. Celestra, I am sorry. Celestra, okay. Not Chestria. You know what? I am going to delete it. Celestra.
Jeez.
Cholera? No, I don't think so. That is an entirely different thing, Khan. Your ship has landed on a beach which rises to a dark cave in the rock. Oh, wait, aren't
Sure,
we
why
supposed to be in water? Underwater? Did I misunderstand? A shimmering city lies to the west. You notice that the stone you are holding has started to glow a faint green. Oh, interesting. So we are getting close to a big evil. Oh, the dog is with us. Look at that. The dog is with us. That means we are going to do some more possession shenanigans, I assume. What was the name? Celestra. Okay. Let's check the map. In before what? So west is the city. Let's check the cave. You walk towards the cave, but as you get closer, you begin to feel fear gnaw at your insides. You felt fear before in the labyrinth, but nothing like this. There is nothing around to inspire such terror, but every step you take towards the cave makes you want to claw your eyes out. Before you're halfway there, you've collapsed on the ground. Magic, you reason. It must be magic. Can we crush it? Can we throw it? Can we possess the dog and go with the dog? The same unnamed terror forces you back. Okay. So we are going to the city. We have no other choice. A thick wall surrounds the city-sized glowing dome. In front looms a gate, upon whose door is a huge graven spell. You get the distinct impression that you are being watched. The self-immolation is certainly if you want to immolate yourself, if you want to die. I honestly don't know why we know that spell. We have observed someone cast that spell. I tried casting it and the game ended, which is no surprise, right? We die. I don't know, maybe there's going to be a puzzle related to it in the upcoming sections of the game, I don't know. You recognize the spell from Balthazar's book. It's a warding spell designed to keep out foreign magic. Unfortunately, it also keeps everything else out, including you. Okay, interesting. So we cannot go to the cave, we cannot go to the city because there's a warding magic. Can we cast warding magic maybe? good for a protest. Oh yeah. That reminds me an animation, the name of which is eluding me, about lucid dreaming. Wait, what was it? I'm sure someone knows. Dwarf spell is far too powerful to be cast by one person. You are able to trace the runes in the air. They have no effect before the spell phase. Can we identify? A ward spell is graven onto the city gate. It maintains a magic shield around the city which prohibits foreign magic. This includes any magical spells, objects, or creatures, which includes you. Okay. Can I break the spell? Should I break the spell? Unravel illusion? You cast a spell on the spell, but evidently there was no illusion there. Either that or it was more clever than you. Can I cast... Not... okay. Cannot. Alright, it seems we are... oh, water. Drink. You'll lap up some of the water. It's clean, cold, and filled with minerals. Though seemingly a small self-contained lake, you know from your travels that it empties into the sea that envelops the entire world of Chilestra. Hey Marto, hello. Welcome in. Happy Friday. How are you today? I started playing the game just now and immediately got stuck. The first scene in the final plane and I'm immediately a rock pile. Some rocks lie in a natural pile near the gates. Be careful to place the Difnab stone on top of the rock pile. As you set it down, the glow fades a bit. You don't dare take your eyes off it, because if the glow left entirely, the stone would look like every other rock in that pile. Keep from losing your favorite stone you snatched from the pile. Okay. Marta would be a woman and Batman's mom. Rock pile. What is this for? City gates? Smooth block divides the wall surrounding city. A rune structure has been carved onto its surface. Can I? Is there a way to break this spell? Rune transfer? I don't think it will work. Can we spell locations? With the gates? Can we motion the gates? No. Come on. Cast spell on Instigate, but Instigate isn't an inanimate object with a... okay. Rock pile. Can I take rocks? You pick up a rock, then another, until you are staggering under the weight of them all. Finally, your strength gives way, and all of the rocks fall back into a pile, coincidentally resuming their original positions and shaping a new pile, identical to the old one. Alright. Can I knock at the door? Hello? I'm friendly. What? It's a rock pile, not a sheer pile. Really? Well, when I try to put the stone, it doesn't work. Well, let's get some water. You fill the bottle up with water. Okay. Press the clear bottle against the gate, but nothing happens. Can I identify the dome? Will it give a different result? The dome is the result of a ward spell. No foreign magic can enter its boundaries. You are nothing if not made of foreign magic, so this includes you. Okay, so maybe we have no way of going to the city. Maybe we have to go to... Actually, is there another location that we can go in this world? We don't know of any places to travel. Let's drink. Maybe I'm missing some sort of important information. I don't think this would be useful. Not this book. Possession. One can only cast one soul until... Oh. Can we go into the with the dog? Probably not, but... I mean, why not try? You try to... Okay. Can we smell the rocks? Can we bark? Can we call someone? Smell the water. Water smells just like water. Where's Haplo? Here. Oh. Why did this happen? Why is the dog like this? What? Cannot go. The same unnamed terror forces you back. See huge sinuous tracks leading in and out of the cave's mouth. Some debris, including a bone or two, lies strewn among the tracks. Your ship. What am I supposed to do? I see the spellbook. This is just about necromancy. Beach landing. I cannot crush it. Can I crush it with something else? You drop the stone in the water after becoming delightfully moist, you pick it up back again. I don't think that was helpful. Pendants. I'm wearing the pendants. Cloth. Wear the robe. Am I missing out spot? I have no idea what to do. Why is the dog here now, after the possession? Problem is the dog is blocking the rock pile objects. Let's try to get the dog out of there. Okay, it's gone. So what can we do with the rock pile? Pour some water. It's a rock pile, not a crystal fragment pile. That's very smart. What's in this book? Tower of Bloodroot. Now this is definitely useless. What about the journal? This is... what is this? Oh, this is... okay, I remember this. What is this? Tinky Winky? Yeah, it's the Tinky Winky handbook. This is also entirely useless. Okay, and now these two are the necromancy books, so they're also useless. Can I use these? Can I? Is this the same rune? Looks like a magic lamp. Let's try. Yeah, it's the same. Ward spell is far too powerful. I honestly don't know what to do. Can I break the gates? Can I self-immolate the gate? You cast a spell on this gate, but the spell won't work on anything besides yourself. Of course it won't. So we have to immolate ourselves. Then resurrect ourselves. Like an artist, you carefully draw the rune structure in the air. It floats close and slips inside your chest. Instantly, it feels as if your heart has caught fire. You scream and scream until the fire eats away your lungs and throat. After that, you don't have much to scream about or with. Okay, I don't know what to do. GG, we win. We can't go to the cave, we can't enter the city. There is not even any directional arrows. Directional arrows. Do you know any arrows that are not directional? Can I throw something? Hey, would you like water? I'm friendly. Arrow. I've got gifts for you. I don't have a courage spell or anything, right? Can I? Is that an illusion? Is the feeling sense an illusion? The thing is, I cannot cast spells on the cave. Hey, Sangnif. Misdirectional? Yes, maybe.
Pleased to see you.
Cast a Unravel Illusion spell on the water. Can I cast Unravel Illusion on the rocks? Have I tried this? I think I have. How are you, Sangnif? Welcome. Can I cast Unravel Illusion on the gates? Maybe it's not actually a ward spell, maybe it's an illusion. No. Maybe the spell, the runes are illusion, not the gate. Maybe the magic dome is illusion. None of them are illusions. Can I... Oh. Can I freeze the water, maybe? Will that somehow help? Let's try. Or boil the water. You can't change the temperature of the entire lake. Okay. Then I can freeze the water in the bottle. You like your natural spring water a little chilled. What if I heat it? A little boiling should clear that water right up. You don't know what's been swimming in it. Okay. But if we heat the whole lake... Open rock pile. Why don't you have push or pull or move? Can I put the rock in the bottle? The neck of the bottle is far too narrow to put the stone in it. Put it in the cloth. What? Did I try casting Open Sesame? Unfortunately, I don't have any useful spells, apparently. Hey, drink some water. Eat the stone. Would you like yellow petals? Okay, I have no idea what to do. What should I focus on? At least give me a hint about that. Should I try and enter the cave or should I try and enter the city? Am I missing a hotspot also? I don't think I am. City? Okay, let's try something like this. Let's high tap low. Possess the dog. And bark. Hello. I'm a dog. I'm hungry. Really? No one's coming out to help me. Some rocks lie in a natural pile near the gates. Bark at the rocks. Smell the rocks. Smell the spell. The spell smells just like a spell. Instigate smells just like a instigate. The magic dome smells just like a magic dome. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 hotspots here. Here we have the water. Let's bark at the water. Smell the water. Though swimming that small self-contained lake, you know from your travels it empties into the sea with that envelopes the entire world of Chilestra. Bark at the cave. Smell the cave. The cave smells just like a cave. Some debris, including a bone or two, lies strewn along the tracks, so there is no tracks object. Okay, I am fairly convinced that we are not doing anything with the dog. Let's try to break the spell. With the arrow. Still fragments. Stone. Can we transfer these runes there? Break it? Oh, wait. Okay, I've got an idea. I have an idea. So the ward spell, if we add 1 rune to the ward spell, it becomes possession. It is this rune, which is this one. So if we rune transfer it's here. Wow, okay, that was a complicated puzzle. That was really one of the most complicated puzzles in this game. You transfer the symbol from the rune bone onto the city gate. Immediately the rune appears at the end of the spell, modifying it from a powerful ward into a possession spell. Since the possession spell has none of the qualities of a warding spell, indeed it is a very useful spell to place upon Instigate. The magic dawn falls away to reveal the glistening capital city of Sartan. The sight takes your breath away. Yeah, tough puzzle. You find it very hard to regain your lost breath as you are struck by a wave of terror. All the glimmerings you experienced before this are nothing compared to the fear that grips you. You've never ever been so afraid. I read Balthazar's book. I know it mentions that modifying the ward spell to make the possession spell. I did not cast anything. I mean, I cast rune transfer and I transferred this rune onto the Instigate, modifying the ward spell runes to the possession spell runes, which in effect removes the wards. The sheer emotional impact throws you to your knees, blood rushes in your ears, a shriek emerges from the depths of your being. In the labyrinth, you always use your fear to advantage. It makes you quicker, smarter. This fear is unreasoning. You can't control it, you can't use it, you don't even know what's causing it. I did not possess the city, no. I changed the ward spell into something else and removed the wards. That's what I did. I did not possess anything. Wild-eyed, you almost break your neck swinging your head around, trying to spy the source. It isn't long in coming. A black taloned claw strikes your back and sends you sprawling into the sand. You twist around but cannot rise. You stare into the blood-red eyes of a dragon. They show you your death and you can but gibber in response.
A patron.
The dragon's voice is as black and oily as his skin.
Live and watched for a while. You would succeed where I have failed for so many years. And you have. You have opened the city to me. My magic was useless against that infernal spell. But you understand those mystic runes. You changed it somehow. I am grateful to you, patron. In return, I will give you a quick death. Painful to be certain, but quick.
So is this Tiamat? Or what was the Korean name? Takisis? You find that words completely fail you. You lie helpless, trembling under the claw of this dragon. He rears back inhaling. Flames leak from his nose and mouth. When he appears about, ready to lose his fiery blast, something catches his eye. Immediately curtails his attack to stare at the brightly glowing stone that Zifnav gave you.
What is this? This wasn't made by that puny rune magic that you
Hey!
Kuritsa 1978 has just cheered for 50 bits.
Karitsa, welcome! Happy Friday, Karitsa.
Hello!
It's great to see you and thank you so much for the cheers. Happy belated Thanksgiving if you are celebrating it. You can't even form the first word of an answer, and it seems that this dragon doesn't really expect one. His other foreclaw reaches out and delicately removes the stone from your possession. He draws the stone up to his eye for closer inspection. In reaction, he hisses and roars and waves his neck back and forth, wildly, sinuously, spouting flame everywhere.
This should not exist! It is impossible! There is only me, Sangrax! I am the way!
Sangrax.
You don't mind if I relieve you of this stone, do you? You will certainly have no need of it shortly.
His eyes narrow and fix on you once again. When he speaks, his voice is more controlled. He tosses the stone away. It falls on a pile of rocks of similar shape and size. The only way you can distinguish it from the others is by its shine, which is like the sun. Suddenly, you take notice of a furry form splayed on the ground. You realize that your dog has been silently crawling towards you on its belly, braving the aura of fear that keeps you helpless. Every inch is a struggle, and it seems that at any second, the dog will bolt, but it keeps coming. When it gets near, a quiet whimper escapes its throat, barely audible, but loud enough to attract the attention of the dragon.
This is your rescue? A life form lower than yourself? I will give it this. The dog is certainly braver than you, patron.
The dragon rears back and fills the cavern with laughter. This gives the dog just enough time to crawl within reach. It looks at you plaintively, even puts its muzzle into your outstretched hand. Yes, I do remember Parrot. Exactly. I did not know. I mean, I knew it was a character from Deathgate, but I did not know it was a dragon or anything. It is also one of the reasons why I decided to play Deathgate, because a character was recommended from it.
Perhaps the dog is wishing you a fond farewell. It knows what is about to happen. I was simply going to kill you, but I've reconsidered. I won't merely end your life, patron. I will eliminate every trace of you. I am going to destroy your soul. You will no longer exist on this or any other plane. You should not have brought that stone into my presence. Prepare yourself for oblivion, patron.
The dragon rears back again. You assume that no distraction is going to keep it from completing its task this time. You take one look at your struggling companion and draw some strength from his bravery. You might have the wherewithal to do something, if only you can figure out what to do. Okay, let's see. Well, the dog is blocking the stones. Again. We have one move. What happens if I possess the dog? Your soul fly, okay.
Now to take care of his mangy pets.
Sangrak bellows in triumph, but then his eyes orient on you, now to take care of his Mangipad. He breathes in, preparing another blast. So, Haplo is dead. Some rocks lie in a natural pile near the gate. The dragon's second torrent of fire totally obliterates the dog, and with it, your soul. So we are, for now, preserving our soul. You bolt into the city, narrowly missing the dragon's second torrent of flame. Scared almost out of your mind, you dart into the cluster of buildings. You pad into narrow alleys and twisting side streets. Soon, when you feel you might have lost the dragon, you wander into an open building. Roll figures are filling the seats surrounding you. They all move slowly, yawning, as if just awakened. A man in front notices you and approaches. This is the meeting chamber of the Sartan High Council. Seats ring the speaking area where you stand.
What do we have here? A dog? I haven't seen a dog for ages. But then again, I've been asleep for that long. Hello, boy. I'm Sama. How'd you get in here? Did you come with the Sartan forces from the other realms?
He crouches down, gives your head a pat, and looks deeply into your eyes. Suddenly his face goes stone sober and his eyes grow hard. He retracts his hand, as if fearful of your biting it off.
This dog is no dog. It is a vessel for another's soul. The soul of a patron.
He addresses the councilman, now fully assembled. The councilman gasps and yells, but somehow waves his hands and the room quiets.
We found no other Sartan, no rescue forces. All we discovered were the charred remains of one man and these items.
Two men walk into the room bearing your possessions. They approach Sama and report. They dump the items onto the floor.
Friends, we have a very unusual situation. Our ward has fallen. This roused us from our slumber as predicted. But instead of greeting the
Hey,
Sartan
Vincino.
rescue forces as we expected,
I'm well,
all
thank
we
you. How are
found
you
is a
today?
dog carrying a patron's soul. We need answers, and the only source is this patron. While he exists inside of the dog, he cannot communicate.
Oh, it's
I
you!
suggest
Doing well.
we restore the patron to his original form.
That's great
so
to
that
hear,
we can
Vincino.
question him.
Bring a patron here? To our very heart? Have you forgotten that the patrons are our mortal enemies? I say leave him in the dog's body. Soon he'll forget he ever was a patron, and he'll be no threat to us.
Do you know what is happening out there? Where are our fellows? Why is this patron here? How long have we slept? It is very possible that the patrons have been rehabilitated as intended. Perhaps this is our rescuer. Is this how you would treat such a guest? No. We shall restore him, and we shall have our questions answered then. It is the only way. Whatever you might think of me, Councilman, I am no fool. You may prepare the nullification element. We will administer it to the patron after he is restored.
Councilman folds his arms and stares sternly at Sama, unwilling to cross him, but willing to risk displaying his feelings. Sama continues. The councilman grants in approval, then fetches a bottle filled with water. He tries a quick spell in the air, which flows into the liquid. After a moment of light, the bottle looks absolutely normal. You notice that while you were watching the lone Sartan and his bottle, the entire council has gathered around you. Together, they weave an incredibly complex spell that appears to require them all. Like a blanket, the spell falls over you, sinks into your flesh. The dog's body reacts violently to the Sartan magic. Limbs stretch, tendons pop. Your bones start to expand and twist. You let loose yowls of pain, one after another, but notice that each of sounds is a little more like a human scream than the last. Finally, you lay on the ground, panting and hurting, but in what seems to be your old comfortable body. You feel hands draw you up and clothe you in the garments that remain from the dragon's attack. Okay, so our body was completely destroyed, our soul was completely destroyed, but our clothes, they are fine. Yeah, the doggo, unfortunately, doggo is toast. Then someone pours cool, clear water down your throat. You accept it eagerly.
What have you done to me, Sartan? You've taken my magic away!
You drink all of the water offered and soon notice a tingling sensation. Somehow the water has removed your ability to cast spells. You are as helpless as a newborn against these Sartan. You scream.
Calm, my friend. What we have done is temporary, and for your protection.
Give me a
as
minute, I'm
much
going
as
to read it,
ours.
Mr. Rahman.
You have imbibed some nullified water. This eliminates all of your magical possibilities. While you cannot bring any possibilities into this reality, neither can any be placed upon you. This means that although you cannot cast any spells, you are invulnerable to others' magic as well. You have been nullified. It will continue for only as long as we need to question you.
Your first session of Fallout, you think you mentioned that you screwed up a few things and accidentally got in a fight with a doctor you didn't mean to. Yeah, I remember you mentioning that. You set back a few save points for your stream on Wednesday, made a lot more progress, then accidentally got into a fight with the same doctor. Well, I don't want to say anything about it, but yeah, it happens. It will continue to happen probably with other NPCs.
Now, let us
Just
begin.
keep frequent saves. That's the best way.
Why are you here? How did you get into the city?
Aren't you the same Sama who originally sundered the world, who banished my people into the labyrinth?
Aren't you the same Sama who originally sundered the world?
I always
who
forget
banished
there's
my people
main
into the
character voice
labyrinth?
acting.
Yes, I am that. I know that you can't understand this, but it was all necessary. It was part of a larger plan. I'll explain everything after you tell me what you know.
I've seen your plan in action. You couldn't have done more damage to more lives if you tried.
I'm starting to get that impression, although I am loath to believe it. If you would tell me your story, I would understand much better.
All right, Sartan. You want the truth? I'll give it to you.
You launch into a tirade, personally blaming Sama for leaving the labyrinth masterless, turning it into a slaughterhouse that thirsted for your people's death. You recount the thousands of years of struggle and bloodshed which even now plagues your race. You describe your lord's unprecedented escape and tell how he selflessly and safely led others, including yourself, out of the labyrinth. You state that his thirst for revenge against the Sartan is unequaled.
If you kill me, others will follow. Even now, our army outnumbers that of the surviving Sartan. I've seen your forces. I know where they are, and I know that my lord will destroy them effortlessly. You can't win.
You continue by recounting your experiences and describing the state of the Sartan on each of the worlds. Sama cries openly at the description of the dead Sartan in their crystal resting places on Arianis. He seems genuinely confused by the antics of Zifnab on Pryan. He recoils on learning of the practice of necromancy on Abarak, and he listens closely to the account of your battle with Sangdrax and of your escape.
I have much to say about what you have told me. Your people, you have been wronged. I wish I could change what has happened, but I cannot. It seems that we took on far too much. We thought we were gods, that we were infallible. We weren't. And both of our races have paid the price. However insane you think it might have been, there was a purpose to the plan. We tried to create worlds in which the Mensch would thrive once they were united and the realms were interconnected. What your lord seeks to do is collect all of the seal pieces to reform the original world. He doesn't understand what this means. His efforts will result in the death of many of the Mensch left alive in the new realms.
Why?
Perhaps he does understand. By decimating the opposing force even before the war is joined, he ensures his success. I'm not sure the Mensch left alive will enjoy the slavery he undoubtedly plans for them. What he may not realize is that this will affect his own race as well. Many of his people will die in the Reformation. Do you think he would risk that?
You consider you know your lord's ambition. From his research, he probably already knows how the Reformation will affect the Mensch, and you suspect that he may be willing to sacrifice his own people to further the cause of conquest. You understand that he views you individually as expendable. But just how far does his view of expendability extend? He has claimed in the past that there are always casualties in war.
You may be right, Sama. I'm not sure about your plan, but perhaps the Reformation isn't the correct path. I'll return to my lord and discuss it. For now, I'll leave your seal piece here.
I'm very glad that you see things this way. I hope that we can begin a new era of peace together. Go back to your lord. Tell him that I will gladly speak with him. But I have one important question before you go. What exactly happened to Sandrax after you escaped from him?
As you consider the question, one of the men who brought your possessions into the room begins to write. He tears off his robe and metamorphizes into the gigantic shape of Sandrax. The Sartan dive for safety behind the benches. Only Sama and yourself remain standing in the open. Sandrax ignores the assembly, glides over to the sealed piece upon the wall, and grabs it between two talons.
Thank you, patron, for painting such a vivid picture of all of the worlds, including your own, that lovely place called the Labyrinth. Definitely a realm after my own heart. You see, I feed on fear and chaos, and I can't see a better way to produce such things than by allowing your lord to proceed with his plan. However, since you appear to have lost your nerve, I'll have to take your place.
The dragon's eyes focus on you, but for some reason you don't experience the wave of fear that accompanied his presence at your last meeting. For some reason, it's because magic doesn't affect us. Alongside of you, Sama is shivering. He looks terrified.
Your lord trusts you, does he not? Especially when you are doing what he wants. I shall take your ship, go to the Nexus, and deliver this seal piece to him. I'm guessing that it will complete his collection. Then I shall lead him to the Vortex where he can perform the rite of reformation. I'm so sorry you decided to turn against your lord. I'm sure that he doesn't view traitors in a very good light.
Once again, he shifts his form. You'd swear you were looking into a mirror.
I do hope you won't die in the ensuing chaos. All of you. I'd love to meet you again. We have much to discuss, and an eternity of pain during which we can discuss it.
He strolls out of the building before you can say a word. Only after the dragon has left do the councilmen emerge. Sama unclenches his jaw and forces himself to stop shaking.
Can't you stop Sandrax?
No, I'm afraid not. His magic is too powerful for us to oppose. When we first arrived here, we built this city and placed the Mensch inside the other sea moons. Stone-enclosed islands much like this one. Shortly thereafter, Sandrax appeared. We don't know where he came from. Unprovoked, he launched an attack against us. He never destroyed us all, just killed a few people. But it was enough to keep us scared and confused. We never had a chance to defeat him. He commands some form of magic that is foreign to us, more powerful than the rune-based magic that we use. We erected the ward around the city as a last-ditch effort against him. Evidently, it worked. The ward was designed to keep out all foreign magic. Since he consisted almost entirely of pure magic, he could not enter. We decided to enter our sleep capsules. We expected that when the others had learned that we were in danger, they would gather here to help us defeat Sandrax. We keyed our awakening to occur when the ward had fallen, assuming that it would happen only when the other Sartan had arrived. We never dreamed that thousands of years would pass before the ward fell. Now that it has, Sandrax is loose. Not only is he a threat to us, but with your ship, he has access to all of the worlds. And if he succeeds in causing the Reformation, we'll all probably die in the process anyway.
You know, Zifnab gave me a stone to use against some ultimate evil. Do you think this might prove effective against Sandrax?
I don't know. Tell me about it. It sounds like this might be some other kind of magic. Perhaps made from the same source that created Sandrax himself. It may be that Sandrax is vulnerable to it. Where is it? I didn't see it along with your possessions.
You describe the stone and the way it reacted to Sandrax, as well as Sandrax's reaction to it.
Sandrax got hold of the stone and tossed it into a pile of rocks which look exactly like it. I don't have a clue which one it is.
I'm afraid I can't help you there. I never saw the stone to begin with, so I wouldn't be any help in finding it now, lost among similar rocks. I do hope you're able to get it back, though. Judging from the way Sandrax reacted to it, it sounds as if that stone is our only hope to defeat the dragon.
Why wasn't I affected by the dragon's aura of fear? It sure had me in its grasp last time I encountered it.
That's because you had been nullified. Remember, nullifying water eliminates your vulnerability to magic, as well as your ability to cast spells. Sangdrax's aura of fear didn't affect you because no magic could affect you.
If that's so, why didn't you all tank up with the water and go after him? His magic wouldn't do a thing against you.
This is true, although we would be helpless as well as invulnerable. While the water was in effect, we would not be able to use our magic against Sangdrax. We could only confront him physically. He can choose any form. In a purely physical battle, he would destroy us hands down.
How did Sangdrax take my form?
That's one of his powers. He can assume the form of anyone or anything he desires. The talent renders him insidious as well as invincible.
Where is Sangdrax leading, my lord? The Vortex?
Yes. The Vortex is the one place that the Reformation ritual can be enacted. It is where we originally sundered the world. It's also the only place where the interconnection can begin.
Where is the Vortex?
The only place from which the Vortex can be entered is in the Labyrinth. We reasoned that this would be the safest place to hide the portal. It may be that your lord will balk at traveling the length of the Labyrinth again the wrong way, but Sangdrax can be very persuasive. He will convince him, one way or another.
What exactly is the interconnection?
We designed the realms to work together. Each had specific functions to perform in the overall plan. The interconnection was to tie all of the worlds together. Abarak would produce raw materials. Arianas would take those materials and refine them to produce manufactured goods. Prian would supply power
Oh,
to the worlds.
okay.
Celestra was to provide a place for most
They are
of the
playing,
people to live and purify some of the toxins from the other worlds.
What was the name of that
notably
game?
Abarak.
Why am I not able to remember anything? I have to remember this. You know that game with automation where you land on different planets, strip it for its natural resources, and then the native aliens attack you at times?
The realms were never designed to survive on their
No,
own
not
for an extended
satisfactory.
time. And yet, that's exactly what they've had to do.
Yes,
Not
Factoria.
too late, though. From what you've
The
told
Sartan
me,
were basically
Abarak
playing
is done.
Factoria.
The interconnection is the only thing that can save it. It's the only alternative to Reformation.
How do you start the interconnection?
Much like the Reformation, it requires all 5 of the seal pieces. In the center of the vortex is a floating island. It has 4 spires. Each spire represents an element: air, fire, stone, and water. The seal pieces must be placed upon each corresponding spire. Then the spell itself must be ignited. This is done by placing the focus over the correct rune and inserting the Nexus seal piece into it.
Okay, I didn't listen, so I have to read again. It requires all 5 of the seal pieces. In the center of the vortex is a floating island. It has 4 spires. Each spire represents an element: air, fire, stone, water. Seal pieces must be placed upon each corresponding spire. Okay.
Spires? Focus? What are you talking about?
Well, you did ask. The floor of the island is laid out with many interconnecting runes. Each rune can be used to ignite a distinct spell. Depending on the rune you choose, the function of the spell will be different. The Reformation requires that the spell be ignited from one particular rune. The interconnection, another.
I'm not understanding any of this.
The focus is a hexagonal frame that floats over the island's floor. You can move it over the rune of your choice. When you place the Nexus seal piece inside of it, the focus automatically ignites the rune under it, which casts the spell.
Which is the starting rune for the interconnection spell?
It would be too difficult to describe. Though I will tell you that we left the focus over that rune.
Okay.
We intended to return and ignite the interconnection spell someday.
Let's back up a step.
Certainly.
Do you have another ship that I can use to pursue him?
Yes, certainly. In fact, as we've been speaking, I've had another ship placed in the same port where you landed. You're welcome,
Sure.
Joyce. There is, however, one problem. We seem to be a little short on steering stones. It takes quite a while to magically prepare a stone sphere to accept the naming runes that guide a ship through the Death Gate. The only such stone we have is the ceremonial globe in this very chamber, and you can't use that.
Don't you think saving the worlds is worth sacrificing your precious ceremonial globe?
Not at all. You see, the globe was placed in this room before the building's construction was complete. It's too large to fit through any of the exits. It's also far too heavy to move any distance by hand. You're welcome to it if you can find a way to transport it. But then, it doesn't have any of the naming runes on it anyway.
That's easy.
I don't think that the globe is the solution to this problem.
We can transfer the runes.
Could we talk a little about the
Maybe
other
we can
worlds?
motion
Very well. What would you like to know?
motion the globe.
Do you know who Zifnab is?
I know of no Zifnab, but I doubt that is his true name. He sounds like a valuable ally if he knows as much as you say and has access to magic outside of our mastery.
Why'd you react so strongly when I told you about necromancy?
Necromancy was banned for many reasons soon after it was discovered. The most important reason being,
In another
when
game.
someone dead is raised, someone else will die untimely. This maintains the balance. By relying on necromancy, the people of Abarak have doomed our race. The magic doesn't recognize the boundaries of the realms. It kills Sartan as far away as Arianas and Prion. It wiped out thousands.
Why is everyone here alive and well?
It's actually ironic. The ward that we constructed to repel the magic of Sangdrax must have had the effect of repelling the magic of necromancy as well. It kept us alive against two dangers. But now, we only have hundreds of people left, where once we had tens of thousands. We shall try to reconstruct our lives, to help our brethren on Abarak, if there is a world left to live on.
Let's go back a step.
Certainly.
I don't have time for talk. Now's the time for action.
Very well. If I can be of any further assistance, do not hesitate to ask.
You notice that sometime during your conversation with Samad, the nullification spell wore off. You now have command of your magic again. So which spell did we learn nullification? If so, I need to cast nullification on the water, null water. The spell surrounds the bottle of water. After a few seconds, it has done its work. Although the water looks the same, you know that it has the magic nullifying effects that you experienced earlier. So, let's try transferring the runes from the pendant to the globe. Yes, that works. Stand. Can we break the stand? Stand was made to hold the globe, not the shear. Besides, you would imagine that the shear wouldn't have quite the same ceremonial impact at council meetings. That's not what I'm trying to do. Okay, you roll up the carpet and take it from the floor. You put the rug on the globe, but being round, the stone makes a lousy table. The rug slips off, so you take it back. Cannot talk to the council now. So what areas do we have? Let's cast Identify. Try and find that rock. Cast Identify spell on the rock pile, but nothing happens. Evidently, the rock pile isn't magical. But there is a magical rock in there. Now that Sangdrax has left, the stone is no longer reacting to his magic by glowing. It looks like every other rock on the pile. Finding it is going to be an impossible chore. Is it really impossible, though? Can we go to the cave? Step towards the cave, but the same unnamed terror forces you back. Well, let's drink some water. You take a swig of the water, immediately you sense the effects. Your magic power drains away, making you feel as helpless as a newborn. But this also means the foreign magic cannot affect you. There's no doubt that Sangdrax called this cave home. Blood streaks the walls, and the floor is littered with the remains of previous meals. Scales. Okay, you take the scales. Bones. These must be the bones of the poor fools who chanced upon Sangrax. The remains are of all races. It appears that the dragon doesn't discriminate. Sharp stone spikes just jut into the cave from the ceiling and floor. Is that all? So the scales might trigger. You spread the dragon scales over the pile of rocks. As you hope, Zifnap's rock reacts to the magic in the scales by glowing. Now the rock is very visible and easily distinguishable from the other stones in the pile. You take the glowing stone from the pile of rocks. Okay. So how do we... How do we move the globe? Would you call a stand something with a humanoid form? No, we cannot cast a spell on the stand. Can we cast a spell like motion? It won't work.
Hello again.
It has to do something with the rock, right? Carpet depicts a beautiful scene. A single tree stands in a lush field. Can we use it as a reality pocket? You trace a familiar spell into the air. When it takes effect, it's as if the picture in the carpet comes into focus, taking on a new dimension. The scene, a single tree in a lush clearing, is real. So we open the gate, we push the globe in here, carry the rug. You get behind the globe and push against it with all of your might. The stone sphere creaks, then rolls off of its stand. I didn't realize there was a push option, by the way. Bounces down the steps and ends up on the carpet. Only it doesn't stop there, since the carpet is now a portal into the other where the globe falls into it. You see it continue to roll until it hits the tree in the scene. So we now take the rug. You hang the carpet over the nearest support beam. It makes for quite a nice decoration. Again. You cast a rune construct, but the carpet has been previously affected by the same spell. Ah, okay. You step into the carpet hanging from the beam. Immediately you are transported into the scene, a lush clearing with a soul tree. Climb. You climb up the nearest tree and look out over an impenetrable forest. It extends as far as you can see. Evidently, the artist who created this carpet didn't think much beyond the immediate scene. I mean, would you? Let's push it. Again, you gather your strength and heave the boulder-like globe towards the portal. It rolls without much problem. In fact, as soon as the globe is partway through it, gravity on the far side grabs the sphere from your hands. The globe disappears. Go through the portal. Alright. Where can we go? Hey. So there is no other location to go in this world. You take the dragon ship back through the Death Gate and return to the Nexus. I think that world is over, actually. This only took me about an hour. Yeah. Finally, we have this book. Can we take the scroll down? Let's read this book. No, wait, what? The final plane was a short one. Let's see how long it is. Wow. Uh-oh. Okay. Well, let's read it. It's not too long, and I think it's going to be important in the final puzzle or something. The Vortex. Eons ago, the Vortex was discovered. It was a place outside reality as we know it. In fact, it appeared to be a reality unto itself. It was a place of great power. Researchers theorized that it might be the actual source of magic. It remains a place of mystery. As much as is known about it, much more escapes us. It was the perfect place to actualize the plan. In order to defeat the enemy and create the new worlds that Sama visualized, we had to sunder the world into 5 realms: air, fire, stone, water, and the labyrinth. 4 to give to the Mensch, and 1 to imprison the patrons. Not only would we be removed from the earth while this happened, we would be able to draw upon the perfect magic of the vortex to make it happen. We needed an instrument to focus the magic of the vortex, so we created an island of stone that floated over its very heart. Upon it, we inscribed a rune structure unlike any other. Indeed, this was a spell, but not just a spell. It was many spells intertwined into one structure.
Elephant just boosted Mitrel Chronicles 7, The Tale of the Rogue Elephant, with the Augmented Elephant Mob Difficulty mod.
Denied. Hey Pansu, welcome. It's good to see you. How are you today? Every spell has a starting rune. When a wizard traces a spell, the magic flows from the starting rune into the other runes. Upon completion, the spell is defined and it is cast. This rune structure is different. It combines many different possible starting runes. When magic is introduced upon one of these runes, the spell is defined and cast. That was supposed to be a nomination. Ah well. I mean, it would be still denied. There's a compelling reason for this. Along with being used to sunder the world, the island was designed to serve additional functions. Shortly after the sundering, the same rune structure created a conduit between the worlds. It is currently used to transport people and cargo from realm to realm. Ooh, Vlad Draco. Okay, that is the... I think that is the 3rd Dark Lord of Ravenloft we have found. We have seen Hazlik, we have seen Bluebirds, and now Vlad Draco. Vlad Draco is the Dark Lord of Halkovnia. 93, 3 and 4. Okay, that is also a unique roll. Good rolls. No, there is no audio. Because there is no recording of Vlad Draco anywhere. I don't think Vlad Draco is in any video games or any other kinds of production. It's just in books, basically. Shortly after the sundering, okay, I read. Using the Death Gate, we were able to populate the realms with the Mensch we had selected. All that was required was a fleet of ships outfitted with steering stones containing the naming rune of the target realms. The Death Gate has a grander purpose though. When the Mensch have settled and we reawaken, the rune structure will be used again to interconnect the worlds. Power and materials will freely flow from realm to realm depending on need. After this interconnection, various spells can regulate and modify the system. We have included all of these in the rune structure. We have also included a failsafe spell. Should something go drastically wrong with the sundering, the spell exists to reform the single world from the 5 realms. We don't anticipate actually using the spell, but it exists just in case. You can do an evil page turns out. Get rolls today. 8 rolls. We are 3rd least evil with all of it. Yes! Today's rolls are really high. Impressively high. The island. Activation of a spell from the island's rune structure is relatively simple, but the execution of the spell must be exact. The island has been keyed to work only in the presence of the world seal, or in the current case, all 5 of the pieces. The island is home to 4 spires which encircle the rune structure, one to represent each of the elements. To awaken the island's magic, each seal piece must be placed upon its respective column. The procedure has an interesting side effect. Whenever a seal piece is placed upon its counterpart column, it generates an elemental storm. Everything on the island will be bathed in that element. Tornado force winds, a firestorm, an avalanche of rock, or a deluge of water. Never been in the top 3. We couldn't comfortably cast our spells while being attacked by the elements, so we placed the rune structure inside a warded circle. Everything inside of the circle is completely safe. While safely ensconced within the ward, even the storming elements become no more than a spectacle to observe. When all 4 of the pieces have been placed, the island is primed. It's ready to cast whatever spell the operator wishes. The choice is made
Pleased
using
to
the
see
focus. Hey Gigi, hello. Welcome. How are you, Gigi? Happy Friday. It's ready to cast whatever spell the operator wishes. The choice is made using the focus, which resembles a floating hexagonal frame. It must be placed
Pleased
over
to
the
see
desired
you.
starting rune, after which this remaining seal piece, that of the Nexus, is set inside the focus. This will ignite and cast the selected spell. The spells. 6 men were dedicated to creating and intermingling the spells carried by the island. They are Sama, Dmitri, Orsef, Larnoy, Tylor, and Volith. Indisputably 6 of the greatest contemporary Sartan magicians. Each was tasked with producing a single spell, and we will discuss each individually. Okay. I will need screenshots, that is for sure, so let's take some screenshots, not screenshot.
There will be no more pain.
Oh, not bad. Naturally, Sama directed the starting rune is prominent. Dmitri. Dmitri's interests ran quiet of his colleagues. This, I don't know. Orsef. Orsef was involved in much of the mechanics of the plan. He the closest advisor to Sama in the last few before the sundering. He was mainly responsible for something.
It's an emotional thing. Don't try to understand.
Okay. Despite obvious tensions between Larnoy and Sama, perhaps due to philosophical differences about the plan, Larnoy something. Ripburger. Not bad. I like Ripburger. Tylor, despite being the youngest of the 6, was perhaps the most inventive. Not only was he responsible for the int of spells, something. Waldith. Okay. But I got the screenshots. Well, it was the only member of the team who was not a member of the council. He despised politics. He despised politics. But unmatched in magical knowledge, his was the spell that something. He progress below average because his plan is pretty bad and it doesn't work. Honestly, he's not the smartest of the villains. The gate is the final portal. The gate is the final portal of the labyrinth. Just beyond this hell you called home for most of your life. Alright. I'm going to take a very short break. Okay. I will be back in a few minutes to probably finish the game. We'll see what the last puzzle is like. It looks very difficult to say, honestly. So, be right back in a few minutes. Where could the clue be?
These pews are strangely in order. You figured someone would have vandalized them a bit. You would have.
Pew, 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 pew.
Scanning the wall,
Sorry,
you can make
I
out
have to
some of
do
the
that.
old...
Your sandwich fell butter down on your keyboards. What? Why didn't you glue a cat to the other side? Hopefully I don't need to gather my parties to venture forth.
You must gather your party before venturing forth. You must gather your party before venturing forth.
I should probably do this right. Sorry.
This better be good. What
Well, they're old friends. They won't mind. Help me. Maybe these offspring of your species will listen to you. Hey, you kids, leave that Itorian alone.
What do you care what happens to some scummy alien? He's just a freak.
Yeah, he isn't even supposed to be in the upper city.
Just because he's different doesn't give you the right to attack him.
Come on, let's go. I don't want to listen to this alien lover anymore.
Me, whatever shall I do?
That balloon looks silly on your head.
Oh, does it? Thank goodness you were here to tell me that. Whatever would I have done without your keen powers of observation?
You're mean. Shut up.
Get bent, you little runt.
I love this guy. Can we play him instead of Sarah? Choo choo. Choo choo. Alright, I am back. Let's see what's like. Stone spires tower above a field of riding vines. You see a dark twisted forest across the field. Thank you, Parrot. Chalk vines remains. The remains of previous explorers of the field of vines are wrapped tightly around the spires. The bodies are both man and animal shaped. You recall when you escaped the labyrinth, the chalk vines weren't much of a problem then. It was winter and the season drove the vines into a type of hibernation. They couldn't move in the cold. Now that the weather is warmer, they thrive and force you to deal with them in order to cross. Skirming, riding vines cover the distance between here and the forest. There's no way to get there without trudging through the sea of chalk vines. Well, this seems rather clear. If you freeze them. Cold spell floats over the sea of twisting vines. It expands and drops over the field like a blanket. As it does, you see the frost form. The vines begin to move more and more slowly until they are torpid, completely still.
Hydrate.
Hydrates. Thank you, QP. Okay, let's go ahead. Back over the field of chalk vines you recently crossed, you see the last gate of the labyrinth. Once a very welcome sight. What? You stumble out of the brush only to come face to face with 3 wounded tiger creatures. Unfortunately, what you know of the labyrinth tells you that the only thing more dangerous than a tiger creature is a wounded one. They stare at you in surprise, then let out a growl and tense to leap. You don't have time to do much but run. This clearing is a well-used campsite. 3 tiger men sit around the fire pit nursing minor wounds. What if I heal them? The tiger creatures fall on you in a fury of teeth and claws. At that moment, everything in the world is sharp and covered with blood. You discover that, without an effective plan, a lone patron simply cannot defend against these monsters. So you can run. Back over the field of chalk vines you recently crossed, you see the last gate of the labyrinth, once a very welcome sight. You hear the tiger man crashing through the underbrush behind you. They are close on your trail. The tiger creatures hesitate when they come to the field, but after observing your safe crossing, they charge in after you. When you pause to look back, they are already about halfway across. Now that they see you, they start sprinting. You don't think that you can run any further without them overtaking you. Well, that was never the plan. That was never the plan. Let's give them a warm welcome. The frost disappears as the heat spell takes hold. At first, the plants move sluggishly, but as the torpidity subsides, they resume their normal activity. The tiger creatures are caught in the middle of the field when the vines reawaken. The plants wrap around their smuggling prey and drag them off to separate spires. With wild eyes, the tiger creatures watch lightning strike a spire only a few hundred yards to the west. It then strikes the next closest spire and proceeds to work its way down the line. Soon the lightning blasts the 2 closest spires. The stench of the cooking tiger meat reaches you even here. Tiger meat. My favorite. Can we loot tiger meat? No. This clearing is a well-used campsite. A dark cave opens into the nearby hillside. The fire pit looks well-used. The tiger creatures have camped here for some time. You wonder how this has affected the nearby village. You sit down on the stone, but find the sharp edges and bumps almost painful. It must be much more comfortable when your butt is covered with fur. Skull. You slide one of the skulls off its ball. You tug at one of the poles, but it remains embedded in the ground. It's definitely the skull of a tiger man. These beasts are frightening enough to confront face to face, but having to stare at one of their skulls is a distinctly unpleasant experience. The skull has sharp fangs, but a small brain pan, which isn't all that surprising.
Alas, poor tiger, I knew you not. But then again, if I did, I probably would have wanted to kill you too.
To be or not to be? So we have the cave, bone. Take the bone. Bones. Half-buried bones stick up from the ground. These are obviously the remains of the tiger man. It appears that they are just sophisticated enough to bury their dead. It must have been a tough decision for them. Respect their fallen comrades or lunchtime. Cave painting. The crude cave painting depicts a dark god of the tiger creatures, presumably death, chasing after its tiny feline followers, shooting bolts of lightning. It's clothed in a black robe which shows only a skull-like head. It's an interesting insight into the tiger man religion. Can we wear this? Put this on? You slip the robe over the tiger man's skull and reach your arm through it. your hand manipulating the job on. You do a quick ventriloquist act, including some hilarious one-liners about how many tiger creatures does it take to screw in a glow lamp, but quickly become bored, so you disassemble your creation, but not before noticing its resemblance to the painting in the burial cave. Exactly, that's what I had in mind. I wasn't planning a stand-up show. Can I wear it and then you slip the robe over? What is this? It's about Bound of the Tiger Man's upper leg. You stand on the outskirts of a village in the throes of battle. A pack of tiger men circle a group of patrons huddled under a magic shield. What? Okay, you know what? Let's get a say. These half-man, half-tiger creatures swarm throughout the village, though most of them are congregated around the center. There are a group of villagers have huddled under magic shields, which one man struggles to maintain. It looks as if it could falter at any moment. I'm wearing it. What? Can I go ahead? I want to put the skull on my face or something. Can I? What can I do? What happens if I leave? Can I put this here? You put the robe over one of the skulls, but it slips down on the ground. Greetings from the beer store. Decided to visit it because it's cold and I expected no people to hold them TC. That's the best way to get warm, right? Okay, how do I fool these? Hunger. Possession. Can I possess the skull? Probably not. Can I attack them? You leap into the fray, the dull shears swinging back and forth. As soon as the tiger creatures see you, they growl with delight and pounce. You manage to incite infighting amongst the creatures themselves, but only to see who gets the choicest piece of you. They are running a sale on the Dogma craft beer. That sounds good. I don't remember the last time I drank beer or any other alcohol, honestly. It's been so long. Can I enter the shelters? The tiger creatures in the way? I cannot. You slip the rope over the electric... Oh, of course! Of course! Alright. Activate. We need to power it though. I need to power it up with lightning. Fortunately, with age, your alcohol tolerance and desire have diminished exponentially, so you drink very rarely. I never drank too much. I never drink alone. And once in a while I would drink out with friends, but I don't go out much anymore, so that doesn't happen. Don't react. You don't go out so much anymore. It's your middle name. Have I made a mistake? If I wait... He says if you drink, you are still trying to get rid of the hangover 2 weeks later after drinking a gallon of water a day. Oh, really? I try to be careful and mindful of drinking at least equal amounts of water so that I don't get a hangover. Hangover is the worst. Okay, it doesn't work. We had lightning before. Was I... Is there soft locking in this game? Parrot, is... I'm not soft lock, am I? There is no soft locking in this game, right? There should be a way to pause lightning. If you get drunk, it takes you 2 days to recover, so you don't do it anymore. Okay. The Wavering Magic Shield finally falls. In there we can state the villagers don't stand a chance against the Blood Crazed Tiger now. So... What is the previous save? I have to charge this. Your oven broke down. Did you? Maybe you have. Honestly, I don't remember, Marto. My apologies. I think you might have. I kind of remember something like that. I have to find a way to charge this singer. So the lightning happened when one of the Tiger Men died, right? Can I possess them? I probably cannot. Oh, maybe I can cast Hunger on them. So they attack each other. Falling back on the hobs and microwave. That's terrible. Are you planning to get it repaired or maybe buy a new one? They are probably very expensive, right? One of the tiger creatures charges the shield with maddening hunger in his eyes. He connects with a shower of sparks and collapses to the ground dead. The shield remains up barely. The other creatures settle into wait. It should be long now. So one of them died? No, I didn't mean to attack. Let's cast more hunger. Can I hang it here? Somehow a zinger stuck on a pole doesn't have the same impact as a skull. Put it here. Since you live alone, you are thinking about one of those multi-cookers, instant pot appliances. They are really good for kebabs and rice. Have you considered air fryers? I hear a lot of talk about air fryers lately. Can I try to possess? Let's try possessing. If you try to grab onto a target creature to cast a spell, you draw back a stump long before you completed it. Yeah. Your mom has one. They're not bad at all, but you prefer kebab-like meals. Wait, can you not make meals like that in an air fryer? It wouldn't be very tasty though, right? It would be very dry. I mean, you could technically cook them. Do I cast motion maybe on this? Transportation? No, not transportation. Heat. You cast it on Zinger, but it hits the wrong kind of energy. I know. I have to find a way. Oh, arrow? You find your air fryer to be good for things that you would fry in a pan or other traditional frying methods. Some nice and crispy without the grease. Other things you occasionally just use to heat things up a bit. Ah, okay. Stalagmites. Where do I find lightning to charge the Zinger? I am completely confused. I will take from here, I think. Hey, Blackbird7 Twitch. If a Toy Story character died, the rest of the toys would be forced to play with their friend's lifeless corpse by Andy. The first disappeared, okay. Watch lightning strike a spire only a few hundred yards to the west. It then strikes the next closest spire and forces it to work its way down the line. Soon the lightning blasts the two closest spires. Now that is when we should be charging this. Wait, maybe I can go... Can I go to the spire? Was I missing an area? Now that would be funny. No, I wasn't missing an area. One of the tiger creatures charges the shield with maddening hunger in his eyes. He connects with a shower of sparks and collapses to the ground dead. Okay, so now maybe we can cast Resurrection on that one. It does say one of them dies. Where exactly? On the shields. Can I maybe climb the tree here? The trees seem to be nothing but points and edges. Getting a decent handhold would be almost impossible. Four-side jack, 3 metal prongs protrude at acute angles from its base. A switch has been wired to it. Whole device is dull and depleted of energy. Oh. Wait. This cannot work, can it? And technically it's a picture. You cast the spell upon the picture immediately, the spectral figure takes on depth. It's much more frightening than the original crude drawing. The ghostly form flies out of the wall, throwing lightning blasts everywhere. Unfortunately, everywhere includes where you are standing. Well, it worked too well. How do I charge this thing? Periodically, lightning strikes each spire in turn. Starting to the east, moving steadily westward until the bolts are out of sight. Can we climb the spires? Torpid wines. An actuate. I mean, we have lightning here. Line of them extends east and west as far as you can see. Can I cut the vines, maybe? No. How do I charge this thing? Northfield. Labyrinth Gate. I have to go there first.
Your sound card works perfectly.
Hey, Doomsday Man. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for the follow. Hope you're enjoying your time here. I'm not getting... I don't have any ideas about how to do this. Good thing about starting work at 7 AM is that you can finish at 6 PM. You are? I'm glad to hear that. How do I charge this thing? How do I get the lightnings? Swap is changing location. Whoever does not know that this is from Warcraft must be shamed. Your sound card works perfectly? Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't shame them, I would educate them. It is an old game. You will. Fine. You do you. I will do me, I guess. They don't react. Remains. Just to do something with the remains. Can I take the remains? There's nothing left from the lightning blast that isn't crumbled. Left from the lightning blast that isn't crumbled and blackened. Definitely nothing useful. Why can I not drop it on the remains if we have regular lightning blasts and if these things have been burned from the lightning? Why can I not drop the zinger on the remains so that one of the regular bolts hit the zinger and charge it? Why is it not working? I don't understand. What am I doing wrong? What does the game want me to do? Educating people about Blizzard games doesn't quite carry the same moral spirit it used to. I agree. I mean, still, I mean, I don't know how to put it actually. But it is an important game, Warcraft 2.
New critical hits boost.
Whatever
just boosted Path of
whatever
Exile.
Blizzard is today, it doesn't change they made some damn good games in the past.
New critical hits boost.
Path of
Parrotwise
Exile.
just boosted Sacred.
Sacreds, okay.
New critical hits boost. Parrotwise just boosted Undertale.
Thank you for the boosts. Today's Blizzard is not the one from 1990. That is definitely true. Definitely true. I am considering not even buying Diablo 4, honestly. I used to be a huge fanboy of Blizzard. Buying all their games and stuff, playing all of them for months, even years. And today I'm exactly the opposite, but it doesn't change my love for the older games like Diablo 2, Warcraft 2 and 3, StarCrafts. They are amazing games still. Am I supposed to do something with this bone? Okay, let's try using this on everything. Water. Cloth. Rock. Am I supposed to charge it while it's assembled? This is still called Zinger, so... I am assuming it can be charged in this form. Yes, exactly, Doomsdayman. It is a sad story, in my opinion. I don't understand what to do. I don't have a spell that causes lightning, right? Can I possess? Probably not. Can I resurrect it? It's a skull after all. Zinger isn't a dead body. Skull is hardly enough to try and to resurrect, even if it was human and freshly dead. Simple shelters are sewn together. Hides of various animals. You recognize some, but others come from Beastie Labyrinth, must have spawned since you left. The huts are lightweight and portable, matching the nomadic nature of the patrons. These half-man, half-tiger creatures swarm throughout the village, though most of them are congregated around the center. There a group of villagers have huddled under magic shields, which one man struggles to maintain. It looks as if it could fall at any moment. The shield seems like a much simpler and less powerful form of the ward spell. The headsman who cast it is drawing from the strength of those patrons huddled with him. But the shield is waning. Soon it will fall and tiger creatures will swarm in. I mean, I would like to help them with the spell. Maybe cast ward on the shield. No, I don't know the weaker version of the ward, so I can I swap with the people inside? No. What else can I do? No, I don't think this is going to work. But I need to try. If I drink water, I cannot cast the spell to open the reality buckets. Okay, maybe I need a hint. I can't seem to think of a way to do this. I mean, it seems simple enough. Just throw the zinger near one of these. Wait for the lightning to hit the spire. Marto is always so happy when I'm stuck and need a hint. They don't react. Play another game. What? I am at the end. Come on, Marto. I'm at the end. I certainly have to finish this one. It's the bowed bone of Tiger Man's upper leg. You're not finished this one, so you're stuck with me here. Well, maybe parrots can give me a hint so that we are no longer stuck. The game is attempting to clue you in on what I'm missing when I attempt to throw the zinger at the spires. Really? What do you mean? They don't react, so am I supposed to heat them up again? Is that the solution? Why though? If that is the solution, why? Well, my attempt is valiant, the game's attempt is not so much. You hurl the zinger into the mass of twisting vines, they snatch it out of the air and carry it off to the nearest spire. But... Predictably, lightning strikes the spire, but instead of destroying Sartan artifact, the energy is totally absorbed by the zinger. It charges itself with the power of lightning. I know, I don't think this was a good puzzle. And the game's attempt to lead me to solve the puzzle was also terrible. I think this might be the first puzzle that I don't like in this game. You pull the switch attached to the electric zinger. The contraption flies out of your hands, twisting and turning in the air. Accompanied by a screeching metallic whine, the black robe flops back and forth and lightning flies from the eyes of the mounted skull, while the combatants stare up at the apparition. Tiger creatures point and hiss at the flying sideshow, then scatter in random directions, pure terror in their eyes. When the zinger's power drains, it drops out of sight somewhere in the forest. The shield around the huddled villagers finally falls. Methodically, they begin to scatter through the village, locating and tending to the wounded. One man, seriously injured, lies in front of you. The headman of the village, who valiantly supported the magic shield for so long, approaches the wounded man and summons a healer. A nervous young-looking woman rushes over, nearly dropping her package of healing herbs and implements. She surveys the horrible wounds sustained by the fallen patron and gasps, but a stern look from the headsman prods her into her routine. She tries to clean and dress the wounds, but they are too severe. You can tell she is inexperienced and that this case is too much for her. Let me, ma'am. Because of the severity of the man's wounds, you end up emptying the crock of healing salve over his chest. You can see the gashes close up in space of a few heartbeats. The healer gasps, but the headman nods. He looks at you with newfound respect. The healer is shocked, but she doesn't let this amazing development slow her down. Quickly, she packs away all of her tools and moves on to help other injured villagers. In her haste, she drops a cord, presumably used to stitch wounds. The headman stays on to direct the healthy patrons in packing up the village. It appears that he plans to quit the site soon.
You healed me, brought me back from the brink of death. I am indebted to you.
What is that rune? I hear you are a pretty good tracker.
I hear you're a pretty good tracker.
I know the labyrinth, I know its signs. I can sense how it changes, sometimes even how it will change. If I find the start of a trail, I will never lose my way.
It was nothing.
It was everything. I'm in your debt. I don't
Pork
like
sausage
being
run.
in someone's debt. Tell me how I can repay you.
I guess I could teach your healers a thing or two.
They do what they can. I thought that no one could heal the wounds I had taken. You surprised me.
Why are we insulting this
couldn't
dude?
do much for your wardrobe, though.
Clothes are clothes. I think my next jacket will be made out of tiger skin.
Do you think you could help me?
Of course. I'm in your debt. Tell me what I must do to absolve myself of it.
Can you teach me to track?
To teach you everything I know would take years. Neither of us have that kind of time. We could be dead tomorrow. There must be something else I can do for you.
I'm on the trail of Lord Czar and his companion, who happens to be a shape-shifting dragon. Do you think you can find them?
Of course. That's what I do. I will accompany you while I track them. When I'm certain that we've found them, my obligation to you is resolved. I must return to my village.
I never expected you to return. I should kill you for what you've done. If you hadn't driven those tiger creatures off,
What have I done?
Kill you. Why you did that after you led them here in the first place is beyond me. Leave me now.
Oh.
You've done enough damage.
It wasn't me, it was a dragon.
What are you talking about? I didn't lead the creatures here.
Of course you did. Not more than 2 hours ago, you and Lord Czar passed through this village. Unwittingly, we helped you. We gave you current directions towards the center because for some reason that's where you wanted to go. You were very pleasant then. You thanked us and went on your way. Shortly thereafter, you returned alone, leading a charge of the tiger creatures. During the battle, you disappeared. I don't know why I don't gut you right now. We lost more men in the skirmish than we have in a month of fighting. Now this encampment is compromised. We'll have to move as soon as we're able, and we have you to thank for it.
That wasn't me. Lord Czar is accompanied by a shape-shifting dragon. I'm on their trail.
A shape-shifting dragon? That's a new one. I wouldn't put it past the labyrinth, though it's getting more and more devious every day. If this dragon accompanies Lord Czar, then as long as he doesn't realize the true nature of his companion, he is in mortal danger. My resources are meager, but I am willing to help you as I can. What would you have of me?
Tell me how the dragon got the tiger creatures to attack.
It wasn't difficult. Remaining hidden from the dangers of the labyrinth is a daily struggle. The pack of tiger creatures moved into the area not long ago. He paid them a visit, then came straight here. The entire pride followed, snarling for blood. The creatures were delighted to discover the village. They pounced and caught us completely by surprise. Many died in the first few moments. The rest rallied here in the center. We managed to shield ourselves until you arrived. I'm glad you came when you did. I don't know how much longer the magic would have lasted.
Can you tell me where Lord Czar and the dragon went when they left here?
Certainly. They entered the forest to the north, but that information won't help you much. The labyrinth reinvents itself all the time. Paths that Czar and the dragon followed could have vanished, could even be pits or swamps. Only a skilled tracker could find them now.
Well, isn't it convenient that I have one with me?
Is there such a tracker in the village?
Like this dude that I have right next to me?
In fact, he was the one that you saved. If you asked, I'm sure he would help you find those two.
In fact, I did. And in fact, he told me that he would help.
What dangers can I expect further along in the labyrinth?
I've never traveled backward through the labyrinth. Our goal is to leave here. Even so, though every step toward the final gate presents a challenge, I doubt that the labyrinth would prevent someone from penetrating deeper into it. It's akin to walking toward the center of a spider's web. When you finally arrive, you'll have a devil of a time getting back out. You'd be doing the labyrinth's job for it. Any obstacles you encounter are not likely to have been placed there by the labyrinth. More likely, you will find traps set by the dragon. It seems to me that the attack of the tiger creatures was such a trap. Obviously, the dragon didn't care whether we defeated them or not. If we managed to defeat them, we would kill you on sight for loosing them upon us. If we didn't, the whole area would be swarming with them. Either way, it would have been rough going for you.
Let me think on this. If I come up with anything, I'll ask.
Very well. I must instruct the survivors to begin packing up the village. We can't remain here for long. The scent of so much blood on the wind will draw predators from all parts of the labyrinth. If you think of anything, simply ask.
Is there anything else to hear? Probably not. I think we are good to continue. It's a dried tendon used as a thick thread for sewing leather sewn together. It is somewhat elastic. You would need a needle. Oh! You tie the ends of the elastic tendon to the arched bone. The result is a serviceable bow, however primitive. Okay. So we can shoot the magical arrow now when we need. Traveling at a pace you have trouble matching and discovering small clues you would never have found, the tracker leads you through the dark wood. Eventually you come upon a huge cave. A monster which resembles a huge insect, though much more formidable, stands guard outside.
The trail leads here into that cave. I've seen this cave before. There's no exit. Your quarry lies inside. The creature guarding the entrance is a Chaodon. I've only encountered their like once or twice before, and I can tell you this. If you spill its blood, every drop will grow into a duplicate of the monster. Only by killing it before it bleeds, usually with a precise thrust through its heart, can you keep it from regenerating. A sloppy attack, and you'll have an army of these things to
Easy. I'm a great shot.
Usually the best way to deal with this type of beast is to avoid it. I don't think you've got that luxury, though. If you're going into that cave, you'll have to go through the Chaodon. My obligation to you is over. I've led you to the end of the trail. The people of my village need my help, so I must return. Good luck.
The tracker bolts into the wood. Between one moment and the next, you lost all trace of him. You are now alone, save for the delightful company of the Chaodon, of course. Okay, let's... Take this. No, not that. Take this. With amazing accuracy, far more than you would have expected from such a primitive bow, you lose the arrow at the monster. The arrow penetrates straight through its heart, and the beast falls dead before a drop of its blood can fall. Unfortunately, the arrow has buried itself so deeply into the creature, it can't be retrieved. Aha! Your skill energy has increased by 0.1. It is not 0.1. No, come on. I at least trained 28.7 in the trainer, with the trainer. Can I really not get it back? You walk toward the cave, but a familiar wave of fear washes over you. The leaden weight of terror pulls you to your knees. You can't force yourself to enter the opening. Of course I can. Stalagmites and stalactites with knife-sharp edges stipple the cave. In the midst of them, Sandrax waits patiently for you. Hello?
I've been expecting you, patron. I knew that the obstacles I placed would do no more than delay you, but they gave me enough time to find the portal to the vortex. Czar is there now, waiting for me. As soon as I take care of you, I'll return to complete my task.
Will you? You press on the stone, it collapses in the palm of your hand like a wad of paper. The green glow explodes around you, blinding you. When the spinning colors fade, you see that somehow the stone has summoned Zifnab. Mounted atop his dragon, you're so stunned by the sight that you drop the bottle you carry to the cave floor, where it shatters. Sandrax hisses with anger and disbelief. His fury takes control and, lightning quick, he lashes out at the pair. He tries to bury his fangs into the neck of the new dragon to inject his deadly venom into its body, but Zifnab's dragon is too fast. He rakes a claw across Sandrax's face and forces him back into the cave wall. The impact shakes the cave and stuns Sandrax. The good dragon takes the opportunity to place Zifnab out of the harm's way, but Sandrax springs up and pounces while the other dragon's back is turned. His back claws rip through the thin membrane covering the good dragon's wings. When the good dragon finally forces Sandrax away, he is left with strips of loose flesh hanging from the bones that once supported his glorious wings. He retreats from Sandrax, dragging his wings and leaving a trail of blood behind him. Sandrax laughs and positions himself for the death blow. Sandrax leaves, but Zifnap's dragon dives beneath the attack, less wounded than he appeared to be. He sinks his teeth into Sandrax's exposed underbelly and tears a sizable chunk of flesh from his chest. Sandrax screams and races away from the fight toward the back of the cave. He sinks into the darkness until all you see are the two red glowing eyes.
You haven't beaten me. When I've led Tsar to the vortex, he'll reform the world and this place will be no more. I don't think you'll survive. But if somehow you do, we'll meet again, and then I'll have my revenge.
The red eyes wink out, and the Sandrax is gone. Hey, Fizzban.
And I was just going into the shower. You call it the most inopportune times, Haplo. You've a knack for getting into trouble, my boy, and this is a doozy. My. Face to face with the embodiment of evil. You've had a full day. And look what happened to my dragon. I'm afraid this is going to have to come out of your security deposit.
Sure. Put it on my tab.
That's all the rock did? Summon you here?
What did you expect it to do? Wasn't that enough? I think that I did a mite better than you would have in this fight. Well, I did have a little help. Nonetheless, we saved your bacon, and I think we deserve a little gratitude.
My thanks, Zifnab. I appreciate your help.
Of course you do. It's always nice to have the side of good rescue you from certain death. Every time it happens to me, I get goosebumps. There's nothing better, I tell you. Except maybe a really good pastrami sandwich with extra mayo.
Did you have the mashed sandwiches, Zifnap?
Why did you let Sandrax escape?
I didn't see you there slugging it out with Sandrax. I think my dragon did an admirable job in driving him off. Sandrax is weak and desperate. He'll be much more likely to make a mistake now.
Where did the evil dragon go?
He slipped out the portal. You see, thousands of years ago, Sama hid the magic portal to the vortex in the labyrinth, here in this cave to be exact. He figured that it would be the safest place to do so. No one would come back into the labyrinth to find it. The portal leads directly to the outskirts of the vortex. We must assume that Sandrax has already escorted Tsar there. In fact, they'll probably go directly to the floating island. Very soon, Tsar will begin the Reformation, unless we stop him.
Is your dragon all right?
He doesn't look good. Sandrax did quite a job on his wings. He got his comeuppance, though. Did you see those wounds on his face and chest? Those will smart for a few hundred years, mark my words. He won't even be able to change form to heal them. When you get wounds like that, they stay for dinner.
What do we do now?
Well, that's simple. We go after him. We have to stop him before he leads Tsar to the center of the vortex. They have all of the seal pieces which you were so kind as to supply, so nothing stands in the way of the Reformation. Whenever you're ready, I'll take us through the portal to the vortex.
Okay, I'm going to say this.
Taking that dragon.
Well, you may get your chance. Remember, Sandrax is still on the loose, and my dragon doesn't look like he'd survive another direct confrontation. It may be up to you after all. I'm glad you have so much confidence. I'd be willing to take odds if you'd like to wager on your success. I'll give you, well, let's see, 300 to 1. Sound fair?
Very fair.
All right, I'm ready to go. Take us through, Zifnab.
Very well. Climb up on my dragon and I'll take us all through. My dragon is wounded, Mr. Insensitive. Why don't you get rid of some of that heavy junk that you've been toting around?
Oh, all right.
That's much easier for him.
With a shrug, you go through your belongings and toss aside everything that appears useless. After you're done, Zifnap doesn't say anything more about it, so you guess that you offloaded enough. Thank you, game. Thank you. I love losing items in adventure games. You and Zifnap might own the dragon. In fact, the only thing I love losing useless items in adventure games is areas disappearing from the map. Zifnap traces a complex spell which grows to a glowing hoop in space, large enough even to accommodate the dragon. Painfully, the dragon steps through, and a thunderclap later, you arrive at the edge of the vortex. I mean, we still have plenty of stuff, though. We don't have the robe. We have the crystal fragment. We have the shear. Why do we have the shear? We have the cloth. Really? Cloth isn't the faster picker-upper, it's not even a very slow picker-upper. Regardless, it doesn't stand a chance to absorb the cloth. What? I don't understand what that says. Vortex.
An impressive sight, don't you think?
Yes.
Hasn't changed a whit since the old days. Actually, after the initial shock of being in another reality wears off, it's kind of boring. There's that horizon that goes on forever and the sinkhole, that's pretty much it. No continents, no convenience stores, nothing.
You were here before? Does that mean you were on the original council?
I never said that. I think Sama sent me a picture postcard that said, my esteemed leader went to the vortex and all I got was this lousy postcard. The picture was really nice though. It really did this place justice. It must have had, 256 colors.
This dude.
Where are Czar and Sangdrax?
Isn't it obvious? They're on the island floating over the sinkhole. Even now they are preparing for the Reformation. It shouldn't be long until they start the process.
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's follow them.
It's not that simple. They had all of the seal pieces, so they were able to use the magic platform. That's how the council members transported themselves over in the first place. The world seal, or in this case all of the pieces, are set upon the platform. It automatically takes anyone standing there over to the island. Since we don't have the seal pieces, we can't follow them.
No, we have the amulets.
Why can't your dragon just fly us there?
Look at him! His wings were shredded in the fight with Sangdrax. He wouldn't even be able to lift off. No, my dragon isn't a way to the island.
What about those stone things that kind of look like paths? They reach almost all the way to the island. Can we follow them?
Very good, Haplo. You're very quick. Those stone things are indeed known as the paths. We Sartan introduced the island to the vortex. When we did so, we floored the perfect magic that existed here. The reaction rippled through the reality. Other flaws began to appear. They manifested themselves as the paths. The paths are made of wild magic, chaotic magic. They are unpredictable. They are even dangerous, but they are the only way to the island left to us. You can use them, but you must be aware of a few things. First, you must travel alone. I cannot go with you. Never has a journey succeeded when there was more than one participant. Second, the wild magic may manifest in other strange ways while you walk the paths. I can't tell you what you might experience. It's different for every traveler. Simply beware and be careful.
What will I do if I get to the island? I don't have a magic stone to defeat Sangdrax anymore.
You want me to tell you everything? Maybe you should try thinking on your feet.
What?
Well, my guess is that Sangdrax has probably taken your form to lead Czar through the Reformation. If you catch up with him, you'll have to convince Czar that you're really you. Then you'll have to convince him not to go through with the Reformation. As for Sangdrax, well, he probably won't like you interfering, so he might try to kill you. Don't let that stop you, though. Get in there, Slugger. The whole team's behind you. Way behind you.
Is it a baseball reference?
I'd better get to work. Time is running out.
That's true. You'd better get going. I wish I had some popcorn. This is gonna be some show.
So this won't work, right? You said dependent on the platform, it doesn't help. Only the piece of the world seal will activate the platform, and Czar has them. Okay, let's go, I guess. You are on one of the magic paths. A stone arch looms ahead. Beyond it stands someone who looks exactly like you. Can I swap? I mean, I guess I could talk to him. You trace the rune structure into the air. As soon as you complete it, the spell races towards your double, but stops and dissolves as it passes through the arch. Something about the arch keeps the magic from reaching him. You cannot directly cast the spell on your double. Your double traces the same spell in the air, but reversed like a mirror. The spell he tries to cast isn't real, so... Ah, I know, but... Okay, we are going to cast reverse self-immolation. But let's talk to double. The other upload simply repeats everything you say at the same time you say it. Actually, it's pretty annoying. Okay, so let's see. So we have to reverse this, right? Yeah, come on. Okay, I will have to draw it. Which one is it? You hang the rune construct in the air, but it quickly fizzles out. It must not have been a real spell. Your double traces the same spell in the air, but reversed like a mirror. The spell he tries to cast isn't real, so it doesn't work. Wait, like a mirror? So it would be horizontally reversed, right? Bottom would still be bottom, top would still be top. Left would be right. And that's exactly what I did. Oh, this one? Yeah, okay. But that's what I did. Why didn't it work? Oh, is it... Wait, did I choose the wrong one? Oh, I chose the wrong one. I chose this. It's this one. You cast a nonsense spell into the air. Of course, this spell does nothing, but your double cast the spell's mirror image. This does happen to be a real spell. In fact, the spell that he casts is self-immolation. It dives into his body and burns it into ashes. His clothes and possessions fall to the ground. Search. You search your double's remains and discover duplicates of everything that you carry. What? We duped our items again. Just in time for Diablo. Grayish-green slimy tentacles snake out from somewhere below the path. They switch and reach out for you. You take a swipe at one of the swinging tentacles, but inflict no noticeable damage. Can I perhaps make them eat each other? Cast spell on Tentacle, but Tentacle doesn't have the ability to feel hungry, so the spell has no effect. I envy the Tentacle. Can I heat them? Some of the slime and ichor bubbles, ichor bubbles, but it doesn't stop tentacles from flailing around. If anything, it makes them more frantic. What if we freeze them? Sorry, that only works on one kind of riding tentacles. Boy, there sure seems to be a lot of them around here. I don't get the joke, if that's a joke. So if we go ahead, a tentacle leaps out from under the path, wraps around your leg and tugs at it. You feel you might be able to pull away, but if you move forward, you'll enter a whole nest of them. Try to muscle your way through the nest of tentacles only to succeed in getting another one wrapped around you. Did I say you try to muscle your way through the nest of tentacles only to succeed in getting another one trapped around you? You try to muscle your way through the nest of tentacles, but a fourth tentacle wraps around your chest. All the tentacles combined have the strength to drag you underneath the stone path, where you meet the owner, a nightmarish creature with one eye and more teeth than you can count. He gives you the opportunity, though, as he draws you into his gaping maw. You saw away with the rusty garden shear blade. It cuts into your tentacle, wraps around you. Ichor spurs everywhere, but most of the tentacle remains. You are making progress, it's still intact. I didn't save, did I? Which one was it? I did it wrong. Okay. Let's try. Cut once. Cut twice. You are making progress, but it's still intact. You finally manage to split the tentacle that you've been sewing on. It falls away, but one still remains, dragging you under the path. You saw away with the rusty garden shear blade. It cuts into the tentacle, wraps around you. Okay, another tentacle. Continue to saw. You cut it again. One still remains. Finally managed to split the tentacle that you've been sewing on. It falls away, but two still remain, dragging you under the path. I'm not sure if this is a good way. This is probably completely wrong. Can I combine them? You knock out the connecting bolt from one of the blades and slap them both together. The result is a complete set of garden shears. Hey, we fixed it. Can I combine everything? Come at me, bro. With a quick snip, you cut the tentacle away, but another whips out to wrap around you. Another. And another. Aha! With a quick snip, you cut the tentacle away. The ichor-covered stump draws back under the path along with the remainder of your own two tentacles. The creature has evidently had enough. The floating island is suspended over the center of the vortex. A circular platform in the center has 4 spires along its perimeter. You come upon Lord Zar. You come upon Lord Zar standing in the center of the island. He holds all of the seal pieces in his hands and is closely examining the focus. Of the one side, you see Sangrax, in your form, watching patiently. On your arrival, Zar's head snaps up and he regards you in shock and surprise.
What are you? Some kind of phantasm born of the vortex? I can feel the wild magic around us. Are you part of that?
I am no phantasm. I am the true Haplo. Your companion is a dragon who has taken my form to trick you into destroying the world. He has tried his best to keep me from following you here, but here I am. You must stop what you are doing, my lord. The Reformation will not be what you expect. Many will die, including our own race. My lord, it's obvious that this is some trick, some manifestation of the Vortex's wild about magic. Why it spouts lies to stop you from claiming your rightful heritage, I don't know. But don't spare it a thought. Continue with the ritual, and I will deal with my double.
Sangrak's eyes flash red as he turns to you with a grin that shows razor-sharp teeth. The scar left by Zifnav's dragon on his face only makes him more menacing.
What you say makes sense, my son, but something about this doesn't ring true. Can you prove your words? Are you the real Haplo? Or is this, as my companion claims, just a hollow trick?
It's no trick. I can prove I'm Haplo. Remember our conversation about heart runes? They name us. They give us our magic. They are the center of our beings. If they are torn or broken, we fall ill. We cannot function. I show you mine, unbroken.
You rip open your shirt and reveal your heart rune.
To do the same. Of course I can show you my heart rune. And why not? After I've done so, I'll eliminate this annoyance so that you can complete the reformation undisturbed, Lord Tsar. I live only to serve you.
With the premise of death in his eyes, he opens his shirt. Only when he has done so does he realize his mistake. The wound taken from Zifnav's dragon slashes across his chest straight through his heart rune. Not only is the rune broken, but much of it is missing.
So much for subterfuge. I prefer to be direct anyway. My lord, you will complete the reformation. If you do not, I will kill you. It's your choice.
Sangrak screams in fury, and Tsar motions for you to join him inside the circle. No sooner have you positioned yourself alongside your lord than Sangrak hisses at both of you, his eyes glowing blood red.
Very well, dragon. I will continue the reformation, but only because it suits my purposes as well.
Tsar stares at Sangrak as if seeing him for the first time. He stands for a long moment and considers, then finally speaks.
Excellent. Get on with it then.
Tsar... What? Tsar takes a moment to ponder his options, then carries the fire seal piece to his spire counterpart. Quickly, he slices the piece onto the monolith's face. That very second, the entire island outside of the protective circle where you stand erupts in flame. A storm of fire swirls and batters the ground. Sangrak, caught in the sudden maelstrom, screams in agony. Quickly lose sight of him behind the curtain of flame.
Save game.
Yeah, I will save, of course. I'm just waiting to take control.
Friend, eh? Tell me what's happening here, Haplo. Quickly, if you don't mind. It seems that I have been misinformed. The Reformation is not what I wished it to be. I must change my plans.
You explain everything to your lord, skipping nothing, but telling your story as swiftly as possible.
We will bring about the interconnection. The worlds cannot survive without it. But the Sartan's strength is severely depleted. It is as nothing compared to ours. After we have connected the realms, we shall invade them, wipe them clean of the Sartan influence, and take our rightful place as rulers. Attend me, my son. I've placed the focus over the starting rune of the Reformation. While you gather the remaining seal pieces, I have to move it back to the interconnection starting rune. I'm lucky that my research indicated which rune this was. Otherwise, I might not know how to bring it about.
Tsar squats over the focus, scans the surface of the floor, and prepares to move the floating frame to another rune. Suddenly, Sangrak's head bursts from the curtain of flame. He has reverted to his original form, that of a fire-breathing dragon, a form completely impervious to the effects of the storm swirling around him. He loses a tongue of fire at Tsar's chest. The blast leaves nothing but a blackened hole, and Tsar slumps to the ground dead.
Now it's your turn, patron. Unless you decide to be more cooperative than your master.
Okay. Water, right? Sangrak watches you approach the spire. Familiar now with the end result, he decides to stop you. Dragon rears back and prepares to blast you with a torrent of fire. You leap forward and press the seal piece into the indentation. It crackles and affixes itself to the spire. The firestorm surrounding the protective circle is replaced by a deluge of water. The dragon chokes back his attack with a comic gurgle and disappears behind the sheets of rain. Okay, so Where's the history book? Does it say which spell is which? Maybe this one? Your objective here is to position the focus over the correct starting rune for the spell. You can move the focus over a rune by clicking on the desired rune tile. The focus will move over the rune automatically. Then click on exit to return to the game interface. You can also pick up the focus by clicking on it, then move it around with the mouse. Okay. And the focus is positioned over the starting rune that you want. Drop it by pressing the left mouse button again. Okay, if you drop the focus between two runes, it will track to the nearest one. You move the floating focus over to another rune. I'm not sure what to do here, actually. I think I did it wrong. Can I take this back? So I have a limited number of moves to stop Sangrax while doing this. Can I resurrect Sar? You cast the intricate spell over the still warm corpse of your lord. You sense a rushing of air, and suddenly you see Zar's spirit pulled into his body like water down a drain. His eyelids flutter open, and he stares directly at you. Although he appears to be aware, there is no life in his eyes, and his face is without expression. Okay.
The heart, the heart, the heart.
So I keeps repeating the same phrase over and over. Maybe it has something to do with the huge hole in his chest. What? Okay, I have one move to how do I defeat water? Earth? Or air? You press the seal piece into the spire's indentation. The sheets of water trickle away, only to be replaced by gale winds. This doesn't seem to affect Sangrax's worm form though, it goes straight through the winds into the protective circle. Yeah, that was wrong. It must be Earth, right? Sangrax, in the form of a giant gelatinous worm, crawls effortlessly through the sheets of water. Despite its slow speed, it will be on you in moments. You press the seal piece into the Earth's spire, it crackles and affixes itself inside the indentation. The water stops falling, changes into rocks and boulders. They smash into the worm and stop it in its tracks. Soon you lose sight of it behind the curtain of falling earth and rocks. The heart? What is the heart? Pendants?
The heart, the heart, the...
The heart. Heart of the... This one? It is Sama spell. Still says the heart. Maybe that's not what... Oh. Okay. I did wrong, right? Let's see, do I have a move right now to resurrect Zar? Or do I have to... Oh, wait. Can I talk to Sangrax?
Do it now, patron. Put the Nexus seal piece in the focus and have done with it. If you feel any reluctance, look at your lord. He was more powerful, more intelligent, more cunning than you will ever be. And he is dead. You cannot do better than he. You cannot defend against me. I command a magic you cannot comprehend. If you attack me, I will change to a form that is impervious to it. Resign yourself, patron. Do as I ask or die.
So we have a move to resurrect Zara that saves us an action. Do we have another move to talk to Zara?
The heart.
No, we don't.
I've lost patience with you, patron. I might have spared your petty little life had you done as I asked. But it's too late. You've sealed your doom. Goodbye, fool.
Oh, actually we do. But we probably don't have another move right now. Let's just to test. The watch of the flame engulfs you and your body collapses next to the corpse of Zara. Okay. Alright. So we have resurrected Zar, talked to him. He wants the heart. The sight of Zar is grisly at best. The hole in his chest tells you that he's dead, but his eyes stare into space while the remains of his lungs labor to breathe. Let's check this book again. Every spell has a starting rune. When a wizard traces a spell, the magic flows from the starting rune into the other runes. Yes. Upon completion, the spell is defined and it's cast. This rune structure is different. It combines many different possible starting runes. When magic is introduced upon one of these runes, the spell is defined and cast. There's a compelling reason for this. Okay. After this interconnection, various spells can regulate and modify the system. We have included all of these in the rune structure. Also included the failsafe spell. Should something go drastically wrong with the Sun Ring, the spell exists to reform the single world from 5 realms. You don't anticipate actually using the spell, but it exists just in case. So, what is that? The activation of a spell from the island's rune structure is relatively simple, but the execution of the spell must be exact. The island has been keyed to work only in the presence of a world seal, or in the current case, all 5 of the pieces. The island is home to 4 spires which encircle the rune structure, one to represent each of the elements. To awaken the island's magic, each seal piece must be placed upon its respective column. Okay. Procedure has interesting side effect. Whenever a seal piece is placed upon its counterpart column. Okay, we don't need to read this. And all 4 of the place, island's primes. It's ready to cast, so only after placing the 4 we can cast the spell. The choice is made using the focus, which resembles floating hexagonal frame. It must be placed over the desired starting rune, after which the remaining seal piece that of the next is set inside the focus. The spell will ignite and cast. Okay, so we simply place the focus on one of the starting runes and then place the nexus rune. So I have to know which spell to cast. And I'm sure it was mentioned at some point. But I don't remember. Valith. Maybe this one. This was the spell that water. Does it say water? Interaction of Tyler, despite being the youngest of the 6, was perhaps the most inventive. Not only was he responsible for of the actual interaction, I don't know. You know what? You can use this turn to select a spell. For example, this one is Lornoi. It is probably the Sundering. You probably don't want it. This is Sama. This is Dmitri. This is Valith. This is Tyler. And this is Orsef. I mean, I guess we can try, just try. Let's go with Sama. You slam the Nexus seal piece into the focus, a column of red fire pours down through the frame and onto a rune blow. The fire spreads throughout the platform and ignites a spell. Unfortunately, it's the wrong spell. Sangdrax launches himself at you and tears off your head. Too bad. So let's see if we have 2 moves. So Sama was wrong. Let's try Dmitri. The winds have scattered the ghost dragon for good, it seems. You can't find a trace of Sangdrax anywhere. Perhaps this storm has finally taken care of him. I don't think so. It's the wrong spell. I mean, my guess is Valith because of the difference in philosophy, but great knowledge in magic. Maybe this is the correct one. But we will try them all anyway. Somewhere deep in the winds, you see a shadow rising from the ground, growing larger and larger. You recognize the silhouette, even from here, it's Sangdrak's original form, that of a fire-breathing dragon, and you are left without any elemental storms to hurl against him. You slam the neck. Okay, that's. It was the wrong spell. What? Oh, what did I do? Okay, let's try Tyler. It's the wrong spell. Well, there's only one left. Orsef. It was the last one. When you drop the Nexus, okay.
Seal piece into the focus and ignite the interconnection spell. Magic flows through the rooms of the island and connects the elemental spires. Sangdrax, unwisely attempting to break through the magic field in order to stop you, confronts the brunt of its power. It proves to be too much, even for the incarnation of evil, and the explosion hurls him into the swirling vortex, hopefully never to be seen again. You've connected the 5 realms. Perhaps now the worlds can function as planned, and their inhabitants can not only survive, but flourish. Yet you ponder one particular unrealized goal of your Lord, namely the release of your people from the labyrinth. With time, and the aid of the Sartan, you may be able to see this dream fulfilled, but that must wait for another day. You've completed Deathgate.
Wow, full points.
From a fate worse than death.
Is it possible to miss points in this game?
1,500 out of 1,500 points. Congratulations.
We are done. Game over. I don't know how you would miss points in this game. Every action seemed to be necessary. GG! It was longer than I thought. Yeah, I was going to ask you. Hey Johnny, it's Friday, yes. You arrived at the perfect moment. We just finished the game. Remember the long conversation with Tsar in your previous visit? Yes, I remember. He mentions 2 of the spells that he has discovered that are useless to him, and mentions who the inventor of that spell. Yes, I completed it. GG's, thank you, Johnny. I remember that conversation, but I don't remember the names and the spells he mentions. The devil of the mind, the devil of the heart. Oh, the hearts. Oh, you mean that conversation? I see. I see. Oh, when you come to think of it, for example, resurrecting him was not a mandatory move, so I guess it is possible to miss points in this game. Also, is the Devil of the Heart. Yeah, I would never remember it. Alright, game over. So we are going to find someone to raid. Did I enjoy the game? I loved the game. I really enjoyed it. And I have never properly played any Legends interactive adventure game before. Until the Deathgate. So I have taken a look at Shannara and Companions of Sand in the past, but I have never really finished them or really played them properly. So playing this game made me excited for them, so I might play them also. I might also play them at some point. But just as a reminder, in 2 days, Sunday, we are starting this game. And then in 5 days, Wednesday, we are starting this game. Mission Critical is a great game from them. Mission Critical, it does sound familiar, but I don't really remember it. I will make a note of that and take a look. Mission Critical. All right, GG's, thank you, QP. So let's find someone to rate. Let's go and continue the fun in some other channel. In fact, it might do me good to take an early rest today. Who am I rating? I guess we can raid Fraswar. It's been a while since we raided him. Yeah, let's do that. Or we can raid Darksaber. We have never raided Darksaber, right? We have raided Darksaber when he was streaming on the GOG channel, I think. No. I never raided the GOG channel. I raided Darksaber's channel when he was playing Baldur's Gate. I think it was when he was playing Baldur's Gate. But yeah, let's go there. He's playing Mass Effect Legendary Edition, the third title, the third game, Mass Effect 3. So Mass Effect is one of the games that I'm excited to play at some point in the critical hits, but we will see. We will see. As I said, I will be back in 2 days with Sama Max full series, second game since we played the first game in the past in April or something. But I am, while I'm excited for that, I'm more excited for next Wednesday when we will start Diablo 2 and when we will also start Evilometer D666 Season 3 with the new characters and the images. So if you have enjoyed the stream today, again, consider coming back. And best way to do that is giving me a follow if you haven't already. Also, we would really love it if you joined our Discord to keep in better touch with us and maybe join in our discussions or community events such as the one we are considering for when the Valheim new update arrives. We are going to get a community server to play together. So if you're interested in that kind of stuff, consider joining. And the final matches for Worms tournament should take place. I don't know when. Maybe tomorrow, maybe some other day, but soon for sure. Until next time we meet, take care and be well. And I will see you very soon, hopefully. Bye.